Hello, welcome back. Professor Halsey here with 2.3 in our Zybook instance methods. And again, there's a video here that's designed to help you with the assignment. Feel free to walk through that independently of this video. A function defined within a class is known as an instance method. So if we create a class, and then inside of that class we create a function that's known as an instance method. An instance method can be referenced using dot notation. So here we're looking at self.hours, self.minutes. So we're using that to create this function called print time within the class function itself, or within the class declaration itself, not the class function, sorry. This is a function being created within the class definition. All right. So here you can see they're creating a function that'll just print time so that I can call print time anytime I want to, and I don't have to create this or rewrite this print function every time I want to print time. All right, so we define the function and set it up to print hours, and we're using, like they said, the dot notation here, self.hours and self.minute. Okay, so down here what they want us to do is write a statement that creates an instance of an animal called cat. And I did this to remind us that if we don't know the answer, the best thing to do is click Show Answer twice, and it's going to give us the answer right here. And then we can come over here and type it in ourselves. So what they're looking for there, create an instance of animal called cat. So cat equals animal, and the parentheses to show that that's the class. Okay. Write a statement that calls the noise method of the cat instance with the argument meow. Okay. So again, if I'm not sure, I can create or click answer, show answer twice, and then I come over here and type it in myself. Cat.noise, and that's what they were asking me. Write a statement that calls the noise method of the cat instance. So cat.noise, and then we can pass it the term meow. Oops, I spelled meow wrong. All right. What should the first item in the parameter list of every method be? And this is that term, we've used it a few times now, so hopefully you're starting to remember it, but it is the self argument. Okay. We can add methods to a class. Add a method calculate pay to the employee class. The method should return the amount to pay the employee by multiplying the employee's wage and the number of hours worked. You can see here they created a new class called employee with wage and hours worked. We're going to write code in here that will create a method called calculate pay, and here we're going to return, okay, forgot my semicolon here, and then we're going to, oops, still did it, there we go, return self.wage times self.hours worked. Okay, now I give it a run, and hopefully now it picks up and I spelled my calculate wrong, so yep, it's good for letting us know that. to spell something else wrong because I'm good at getting that. So it did run through Alice and it ran through Barbara and gave us the net pay for both of those. Okay, so it tells us here about accidentally forgetting the self parameter of a method. It generates an error. So we could actually go back and look at that. So if we delete the self parameter there and run it, we get this takes 0 positional arguments but was given 1. The one that was given is the self parameter, but it wasn't there to be given, so that's why it says takes 0 but was given 1, or takes, it was given 1 but it takes 0, so there's nothing in there. So we need to put the self parameter back in there, and that gets rid of the error in the code. Okay, so here they're asking us to write the definition of the method add that has no extra parameters. And again, here, if we don't know, we hit show answer twice, and it gives us the answer here, and we can come over and type it in ourselves, add, and pass it the self parameter, and check and make sure that's correct. Okay, write a definition of the print time. Print underscore time that has a parameter GMT. Well, it's good that it has GMT, but we also need to remember that it has self first, and then we can add GMT to the list of parameters. Okay. All right, so in our challenge, they're asking us to enter the instance method's output. So what would it print out? And I think I already did this one. If I'm looking here, it's calling print name, which would give me UR, and then Bob was what it picked up for first name. So then I'll go to the next one. And here I've got first name and last name, and get full name does first name plus a space and the last name. And then down here it's getting he is, and then it calls person one dot get full name, which was Max Stark, and then we can check that, and you see we'll get a check mark there. Alright, so next, and here we have a person with first name, return self.firstname, and it picks up username Joe and then different username Sam. So as we get ready to do the print, okay, so down here it picks up first name as username and then prints he is not. So we have he is not Joe. And no, there's no period in there. And then the next line, he is, and it picks up different username. So it loads different username into person one dot first name. So get first name, then would return he is Sam. Okay, we got check marks on that one. And next, here we have a person, first name, last name, and our get full name gives us last name, comma, space, first name. Okay, so we have a first name, another first name, a last name, another last name. All right, and then person one and person two. Person one last name equals a last name. Person 2 last name equals another last name. So person 1 first name equals a first name, which is May, and person 2 picks up another first name, which is Max. Okay, so you are, and then it pulls person 1 full name, which is the first last name, which was Kent, comma, May. And then it says I am person 2, get full name, which last name is Parker, comma, and Matt. Okay, so here we may have different examples, but they're all going to be basically the same general thing. Here they want linked 1 and linked 2 are instances of the linked class. Attributes start val and end val of both linked 1 and linked 2 are read from the input. We can see that here. Okay, in the linked class, define instance method getLinked. Okay, so here we would have, and again, it's not letting me type. Okay, that was stupidity on my part. Up here where it says start, you have to click start first and then it'll let you type. Alright, now that I got that out the way, get underscore linked is what it's asking us to create. So we would have def get linked. It would have a self parameter and return the value of attributes endVal minus startVal. Okay, so we have return self dot start underscore val, end val. Let me do that backwards. Self dot end underscore val minus self dot start val. Okay. I have been having problems with my computer, so those came out good. Let's go to the next level. Okay. Here we have rectangle with length and width. Rect1, Rect2 are both created down here, and their width, Rect1, Rect2, are read from the input. Okay, then 2 strings are read from the input. In the rectangle class, define the instance method print underscore info with self and 1 string as parameters to output the string parameter in 1 line and the following in the next line. Okay, so here we're going to create a function and our instance method called print underscore info with parentheses, and I forget we need self and 1 string as parameters to output the string parameter in 1 line. So we'll call it 1 line. Okay, so then we're going to print. Why did she do that? Give me just a second. Okay, print 1 line, 1 underscore line. Okay, now we're going to create the print function so it looks like this. So we do print format, And we're going to start with length, and it's capitalized L-E-N-G-T-H with a colon. And then the value of the attribute length. Okay, so we'll start with the curly bracket and do self dot length in curly bracket, comma, and then we want to see this width. It is not capitalized. And then again in curly brackets, self dot width in curly bracket in parentheses. Okay, that should give us a check mark for part 2. Oops. Okay, I had got my parentheses there. Let me try that one more time. Okay, so here this time all tests were passed. That's good. Let's move on to the next level. And here in this level, we're looking at triangle 1, triangle 2 are instances of the triangle. They have height and base. For try 1 and try 2 are read from the input. Then a scaling factor 1 and scaling factor 2 are read from the input. In the triangle class, define an instant method called scale height base with self and one integer as parameters to assign the attribute height to the height's current value multiplied by the integer parameter, and assign the attribute base with the base current value multiplied by the integer parameter. Now, don't panic. We're going to get this one step at a time. So we go here where your code goes, we hit enter, and we're going to define set up a function here, an instance method called scale underscore height underscore base, and we're going to pass it self and one integer. Hang on. And the scaling factor is what I'm passing it here. Okay. And I want to set up self dot height equal to, and we're going to multiply it times the scaling underscore factor. Okay, and to get that all in one, I do the times equal. There we go. So now we need self dot base times equal scaling underscore factor. Okay. Thank you, and come back for 2.4 class and instant object type.